Representing the 27 to 32 foot class in the center console category, the Grady-White Canyon 326 has an overall length of 33 feet 1 inch, a beam of 10 feet 9 inches, and a max horsepower rating of 700. Engineered for long-distance offshore fishing and luxury cruising, she has a draft of 24 inches, a dead rise of 20 degrees, a weight of 8,500 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 327 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts.
Where would you rather be than in the cockpit of the Grady-White Canyon 326?
I can't think of any place right now, Rick, and you know what? I'm excited to be on this boat. This company was built on walk-around cuddy cabin boats, if you remember. I remember there was a time you never saw a Grady-White center console. This boat right here, totally different from the original profile, very exciting though. One thing all of them share in common, they've managed to combine fishability with comfort.
Their whole Canyon series, everyone we've seen, has been absolutely fantastic. My expectations for today are through the ceiling. Let's go fishing.
We better get started. Now, Grady-White is bucking the trend of racy, go-fast style center consoles and leaning more towards a traditional big Carolina sportfish styled hull and incorporating that big seaworthiness into a boat, but also making it a sporty outboard powered boat at the same time. Now, although this Grady-White doesn't look like a race boat, that doesn't mean there's nothing sporty about it. The Grady is capable of speeds up to 50 miles an hour, and cruising comfortably at 30 miles an hour offers 1.6 miles per gallon efficiency. Now, one thing Grady-White is known for is their big water capabilities, and this boat's no exception. At 33 feet with a 10-foot 9-inch beam, this is a big, wide platform. Like I said, this is much more reminiscent of a big sport fish boat, and you're going to feel that in the ride. The 20-degree dead rise on this boat combined with those dimensions are going to provide a ride that's going to make you feel really safe and secure if you've got the family on board and the weather gets a little bit rough.
Grady-White continues after all these years to be on the front of the evolutionary curve for so many things, and here's what I mean by that. In the cockpit of the big center consoles they build now are some of the darndest rigging stations and tackle drawers you've ever seen. I had every piece of tackle I could ever use and a place to rig it right there, oh excuse me, next to the refrigerator if you need a cold drink. Now here's the reason why center consoles have been so popular for so long and will continue to be into the future, because you get 360 degrees of fishability. We fished up in the bow, and I gotta tell you, we had the perfect gunnel height for casting from there, and we could stand up without standing up so high that we felt like we were gonna fall overboard. Good platform, good gunnel height, excellent bow. A clean boat is a happy boat, and you talk about 1,000 little things that makes your day easier. The hoses on the Grady-White reached all the way around the boat. That meant wherever you released a fish, you had a hose right there to clean it off. When you get to the dock, cleanup's easy. Like most Florida summer afternoons, the afternoon ride home isn't as calm as the morning ride out. Well, we switched to the stern seating for the afternoon ride home. It was just as comfortable as it was up front. Grady-White does an excellent job of making sure everybody's comfortable wherever they sit on the boat.
This Grady features 3 across independent captain chairs behind a panoramic curved acrylic windshield that keeps you out of the weather while offering you a really, really nice view of everything coming your way. The center console on this model offers plenty of space down below, over 6 feet of headroom, lots of rod storage, a china head sink, trimmed out in teak. This is actually very similar to a cabin design on a lot of boats. Grady's done a great job of incorporating a lot of the creature comforts found on a cabin boat into this center console design.
George, you know how I'm always trying to give boats a personality, if you will. Each boat's sort of got its own feel. All morning while we were offshore fishing, I never had to think about where stuff was. I never had to worry about how the baits were doing in the live well. Didn't have to worry about how the seating was. Grady-White's just got this boat buttoned up.
They do. You know what else? Let's go back to what we said earlier about the center console model being a little bit different for Grady-White from the traditional walk-around cuddy that they started with. And they do the center console model a little differently in a good way. A lot of the boats that you see now, center consoles, lean more towards that really racy design, kind of go fasty, race type of boat. Well, this is a boat that's got Carolina heritage, big boat feel. You feel like you've got a more traditional sport fish boat underneath your feet, and that's a good thing. Now, the ride on the boat, it's a big, heavy boat. It's substantial. If you've got a family and you want to go out and the weather's a little dicey, you're going to feel really confident in this boat.
All right, follow me now. You ready for this?
Sure.
This is a destination boat. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
As you make your travels through the boating world, as you start out with your John boat and you graduate up bigger, this is where you end up, okay? This boat is so ready to take on big water. I can tell you this much, I never want to be caught in an ocean that's too big for the Grady-White Canyon 326.